Japanese SUVs have a solid rep for reliability and innovation, but let's be real, not all of them live up to the hype. In this 2025 Buyer's Guide, we're getting into 3 standout winners and 3 total letdowns that could end up costing you big. You'll definitely want to stick around for this one. Alright, let's kick things off with the worst of the bunch, and landing at number 3 is the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. The Mitsubishi Outlander Sport has been trying to keep up in the subcompact SUV game for years, but it's still struggling to find its footing. While Mitsubishi has made small updates here and there, especially to the exterior, the 2025 model still feels dated compared to its much newer and more polished rivals. Step inside, and things don't get much better. The cabin is filled with hard plastics, which gives it a cheap, uninspired feel. While some plastic is expected at this price point, there's just too much of it here. The overall design is plain, and it's missing the modern touches and comfort features that many buyers now consider standard. The infotainment system only adds to the frustration. It's slow, unresponsive, and clunky to use, falling behind what competitors offer. Performance is another sore spot. The base engine is underwhelming and struggles, especially during highway merging or passing. It not only feels sluggish, but also lacks the refinement that makes driving smooth or enjoyable. Even worse, the fuel economy is just average, so there's no payoff for putting up with the lackluster power. In the end, the Outlander Sport just doesn't deliver enough value for its price. With more refined, better equipped, and better performing options like the Mazda CX-30 or Honda HR-V out there, it's tough to justify choosing this one. Unless Mitsubishi seriously revamps this SUV, it's likely to stay at the back of the pack in a segment filled with smarter, more satisfying choices. Coming up at number 2, we have the Toyota CHR. The Toyota CHR might catch your eye with its bold design and solid list of standard features, but once you dig a little deeper, the cracks start to show. This subcompact crossover comes with a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine pushing out 144 horsepower, which sounds fine until you get behind the wheel. Its biggest drawback? Sluggish performance. It takes over 11 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour, making it one of the slowest in its class. That kind of lag becomes a problem when merging onto highways or trying to pass other cars. Then there's the CVT, or continuously variable transmission. Instead of helping, it often makes things worse by amplifying engine noise. The harder you push the car, the louder and more unpleasant it sounds, making for a less refined drive and raising questions about long-term reliability. And while the CHR's sloping roofline gives it a sporty vibe, it seriously compromises rear visibility. Tiny back windows and awkward angles make parking and lane changes more stressful than they should be. It doesn't stop there. The back seats are tight on space, especially for taller passengers, and the cargo area is pretty underwhelming for a crossover. So while the CHR scores points for style, its slow acceleration, limited practicality, and frustrating visibility issues make it a tough sell compared to its more well-rounded rivals. Taking the last spot, at number 1, we have the Nissan Rogue. When it comes to picking a reliable midsize SUV, the Nissan Rogue just doesn't stack up the way you'd hope. On paper, it looks like a decent option, but in reality, it's been giving a lot of owners some serious headaches, especially when it comes to reliability. Many have reported major mechanical issues popping up before the car even hits 50,000 miles. That's pretty alarming for something meant to last years. A lot of this comes down to the Rogue's overly complex engine design. It's particularly sensitive in areas like the bearings and linkages, and when things start to go wrong there, it gets ugly fast. Drivers have reported everything from knocking noises and power loss to full-on engine failure. And once that happens, repairs aren't just expensive, they take forever, leaving owners stranded and frustrated. Even the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has taken note of these ongoing issues. But that's not all. The Rogue also struggles with jerky acceleration and a noticeable delay in power delivery. Add to that frequent problems with the transmission overheating, especially during long drives or while towing, and you've got a vehicle whose drivetrain might not hold up for the long haul. In the end, for the price of a Rogue, buyers can find far more dependable and satisfying options. With all these red flags, it's hard to see the Rogue as anything but a risky bet. Alright, now that we've broken down the worst Japanese SUVs you could get in 2025, let's flip the script and talk about the best ones worth your money this year. At number 3, we have the Nissan Ariya. The 2025 Nissan Ariya may not be the loudest name in the EV game, but it's quietly carving out its space and doing it with style. Nissan was an early bird in the electric world with the Leaf, but the Ariya, introduced in 2023, is the one that truly puts them in the compact electric SUV race. Buyers get a choice between two battery sizes and either front-wheel or all-wheel drive. With range estimates between 265 and 304 miles, it's got more than enough juice for most drivers. The base model serves up 214 horsepower, while the dual-motor E4 version kicks things up a notch with 335 horses and 413 pound-feet of torque. Solid, but not exactly thrill-inducing. Where the Ariya really shines is in its design. The exterior is sleek and sharp, but it's the interior that steals the show. Soft-touch materials, a clean layout, and cool features like haptic buttons embedded in wooden trim make it feel upscale. Two crisp 12.3-inch screens handle all the driving and entertainment duties, while a clever cargo system in the back keeps things organized. Still, it's not all roses. Fast charging speeds are just average, and higher trims start nudging into luxury brand territory. Price-wise, it's comfortable and looks great. But when it comes to driving excitement and cutting-edge EV tech, the Ariya falls a bit short. The switch to NACS charging is a step in the right direction, but unless Nissan improves battery performance and charging speeds, buyers might want to test drive the competition before committing. Before we keep it moving, can I ask a quick favor? If you're feeling the content, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Crazy thing is, over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It's free, and it helps us out big time. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Appreciate you. Now let's get back to it. Moving on to number 2, Mazda MX-30R EV. The Mazda MX-30R EV might have taken its sweet time getting here, but it's a solid case of better late than never. Unlike the all-electric MX-30, which struggled with just 124 miles of range, this plug-in hybrid version brings a lot more practicality to the table. It uses a small battery paired with a compact petrol engine and a 50-liter fuel tank, pushing the total range to around 400 miles. That makes it way more road trip friendly without the constant need to find a charger. And since the battery's smaller, it's lighter, cleaner to produce, and helps the REV feel more nimble behind the wheel. It's a sharp little thing in corners, and that fun-to-drive spirit is very much intact. Just what you'd hope from a Mazda. Design-wise, it definitely stands out from the usual SUV crowd. The grille stretches across the front, the LED headlights are sleek, and the contrast roof adds a planted sporty vibe. Oh, and those rear-hinged suicide back doors? Stylish, but a bit of a pain in real-world use. Inside, it's a blend of modern and eco-friendly. There's a clean, minimalist layout, a sporty 3-spoke steering wheel, and big screens, though the main one uses a scroll wheel instead of a touchscreen. Instead of leather, there's a vegan-friendly alternative, and a cork-lined center console gives a quirky nod to Mazda's history. Rear seat space is tight, and getting in can be awkward, but that's fine for a second car. The boot's decent though, fitting a couple of big suitcases. It may not sell in huge numbers, but knowing Mazda's track record for quality and reliability, the MX-30R EV should be a pretty safe bet. Before we reveal the best Japanese SUV to buy in 2025, Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're always in the loop. Alright, let's get into the #1 Japanese SUV for 2025. You're not going to believe how good this one is. Lexus RX. Being ahead of the curve isn't always easy, but the Lexus RX has managed to stay popular by doing exactly that, offering a luxury hybrid SUV long before it was cool. Now in its 5th generation, the RX continues to be a favorite thanks to its buttery smooth ride, high-end materials, and super comfy seating. The 2025 RX 350 keeps things familiar with a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that delivers 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic and comes standard with front-wheel drive, though all-wheel drive is available. It's built for calm cruising, not carving up corners, and that's just fine for its loyal fans. When Lexus redesigned the RX a couple of years ago, they had the perfect chance to add a little more excitement behind the wheel. But instead of chasing sporty vibes, they leaned hard into what the RX does best: luxurious, laid-back driving. So while it won't thrill performance junkies, it's still a top-tier comfort machine. There are now 7 trims to choose from in 2025, with 3 F-Sport options: handling, performance, and design. The F-Sport Performance trim adds goodies like leather seats, a bigger touchscreen, and a panoramic roof. Interestingly, the F-Sport handling model goes for more serious stopping power with upgraded 6-piston front brake calipers, while the others stick with dual-piston ones. Overall, the RX stays true to what it's always been: a plush, reliable luxury SUV. It may not be the flashiest or sportiest, but for drivers who prioritize comfort and quality over thrills, it continues to be a solid, satisfying choice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on post notifications to stay updated with our latest content.